Hello and welcome to this beginner course for fiddlers. I am so excited to have you here and so grateful that you chose me to be your instructor. This is my passion. I've been playing fiddle since I was 3 years old. It's incredibly important to me and just central to my life, and I really want to pass on the things that I have learned in the past 21 plus years to as many people as will hear me. I've worked really hard to put together a high quality course for you that will walk you through everything you need to know to start playing fiddle, from the very basics of how to even gather your gear to how to play your first 5 fiddle tunes. So not only will you have experience playing the instrument, but you'll have experience in those genres as well. So the one purpose of this video is just to thank you for attending the course, and I really appreciate your support. And I am here to help you and to encourage you. So that's the second thing I wanted to tell you, is that right down below this video, if you scroll down, you'll see my contact information. And I put that there because while this course is self-paced, and that's the beauty of it, you can do it on your own time and figure out what sort of schedule works for you. As you're learning this new instrument, you can pause the videos, rewatch them as many times as you want to, and you have unlimited access to this course from now on, now that you've purchased it. So it is self-paced, but I also wanted to make it so that you have some feedback, and so you aren't just out there by yourself trying to figure out whether you're doing it right or not. So feel free to ask me questions anytime. You can write your questions, or you can send in a video submission showing me your progress and asking for critiques. Usually my answers back will be written unless I really feel like there's some reason I need to video a demonstration or something like that. But I'm here to help you. This is an interactive process. The third thing I wanted to do is just kind of give you the lay of the land for how this course is going to work and sort of what you're going to experience as you go through this process step by step. So first off, I'm going to tell you how to assemble everything that you need to actually start playing the instrument. So I'll cover all the gear in detail and kind of explain all that to you so that you're not overwhelmed as you try to hunt down the instrument and everything that goes with it. Along with that, I'll also tell you about how to find the correct fiddle size for you. If you are not yet a full-grown adult, or if you're just super petite, you might not necessarily be playing a full-size fiddle. And so there are certain strategies and techniques you can use to figure out what size fits you the best. So I make a video talking about that. I will also tell you how to mark certain finger positions correctly on your fiddle with a little bit of colored tape. And that's just going to help you form some really good habits regarding intonation early on, since we fiddlers don't have frets. This is kind of our alternative while we're building our muscle memory. So I give you a video walking you through all that. It's an optional thing to do, but I wanted to make sure that in case you were curious, or in case you wanted to do that, you had an example of how to do that. So that's all the introductory videos. Next up, we learn the basics. So the first thing that we're going to do is learn how to hold that actual fiddle. So I'll tell you all the proper techniques for that and set you up for success in that area with demonstrations. Then I'll show you how to hold the other component of your instrument, which is the bow. So I'll tell you the proper, or at least most useful posture for that. And in the same video, I'm going to break down the anatomy of the fiddle, so essentially going through all the different names of all the different parts, and I'll also tell you the string names, which is going to be super helpful as you learn new songs. And then it's time to rock and roll. I show you how to take sort of your first strokes on the fiddle, start making some noise on it, and this is the part that always gets me really excited, because it's at this point it's off to the races. Once you've settled in, sort of starting to pull some notes and make some sounds, you will learn your very first song, which is, in addition to the 5 fiddle tunes that I'll teach you, we're going to just start off with Twinkle Little Star, because it's one of the easiest songs both to recognize and to play, especially in Western culture. So that's just always, it never fails to be a great one to start off with for students of all ages and backgrounds. Once you've used Twinkle Little Star to get more acquainted with your instrument and have accomplished playing your first song, then we get into my favorite part, which is learning the 5 fiddle tunes. So the fiddle tunes that we'll cover are in order: Bottom Cabot Is Down, Cripple Creek, Old Joe Clark, Golden Slippers, and Angelina Baker. So these are all ones that you're going to encounter pretty much anywhere on the East Coast when you go to fiddle competitions or to fiddlers conventions, to bluegrass festivals. Most of the musicians there are going to at least know what you're talking about when you say the names of these songs. They're very recognizable. They're easy and fun to play. They're very catchy melodies. rooted in the history of Appalachian culture and the formation of bluegrass and old time music. And they're just great ones to get started on. And the beauty of these songs, and something that I want to make sure I emphasize, is that at their foundation, yes, they are very simple and very straightforward and great ones to learn when you're first beginning to play the instrument, but they also will travel with you through the various levels of skill that you attain. So once you get to higher levels, you can make these tunes more complicated. You can put your own spin on them. You can improvise. You can kind of mess around with the feel that they have and kind of even move them into other genres. They are very flexible tunes, and that's one of the great things about these genres, is they allow for that flexibility. So these are not just songs that you'll meet once, have a quick conversation with, and then move on from. These are songs that will be with you through the rest of your life playing fiddle. So that's everything included in this course. I also want to draw your attention to the notes below each video. These vary in length from video to video, but I really took the time to write up very thorough notes that would give you supplemental information, summarize what we learned in the video, and I also give you some supplemental links and things like that. So if I tell you, you need to buy a shoulder rest, I've got links for finding a good shoulder rest. I don't want to leave you hanging on any of this stuff. So I made sure to sort of support the video material with the written material as well. And again, as thorough as I tried to make this course, I still would love to hear from you and want you to reach out and ask me questions. No question is a stupid question. I am the least judgmental teacher that you are ever going to work with. My whole policy, and I tell this to my students I teach one-on-one as well as my students that I teach over courses like this, is life is so stressful already. The one place in your life that you should be able to take refuge from that stress and actually enjoy yourself is when you're playing music and when you're taking music lessons. So I'm here to make this process as enjoyable and as exciting, as fulfilling as possible. Music makes me happy, so I wanted to make you happy too. Last but not least, I want to mention that when you've gotten to the end of these videos and you're looking for where to go next, and I think I talk about this again at the end of the course, and I make sure to mention it again there, but there are other options for where to go next, and I want to be part of that journey if you would like to have me involved. I am making more courses as the very first course that I have built on here, and depending on when you have purchased this course and when you're using it, there may or may not be other courses available that will take you to the next level. But regardless of whether those are available to you or not, I also teach one-on-one lessons, and that can either be online if you're far away from me or in person if you're in my area close to Lexington, North Carolina. There's all sorts of information about that on this website, so you can go and check that out if you want just the basic information, and then also if you want to talk about it with me and sort of get into the details of it, I am happy to do that as well. So reach out to me and we can talk about what's next for you. In the meantime, go have fun, fiddle your little heart out, and good luck.